Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Rachel of Gathered Plans. I have this mini kit called Coastal Calm by Shop Jessica Hearts. This is the very first time I've ever used one of her kits and I really enjoy her photo kits. They are so beautiful. The reason I don't typically buy her kits is because I'm not a huge fan of like fashion girls in my spreads, and let alone like I don't want a real human person in my spreads, if that makes sense. But this one was still pretty clean and neutral, and I just love how this turned out. It's so beautiful. The blues, everything is pretty calm and muted, and that's exactly what I wanted for this week. I think this was kind of a nice introduction to summer because summer is this Saturday, which is insane. You guys know how I feel about summer. It's a hate-hate relationship. There's no love in there anywhere. But it's also going to be a very rainy week, so I didn't want to use a full-on like bright, happy summer beachy kit. So I felt like this was kind of perfect, kind of like moving into summer, I guess. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and answer some more questions in this. I felt like that is something you guys have been really enjoying and I've been vibing with it. I just tried to do a voiceover by talking about the stickers, and then I was like, no, remember, we don't like doing this. So I remember exactly why I hate it. By the way, that flourish I put above the full box, that is from Honey Inked, and I got that idea from Allie Joan Plans to flip it upside down, and I absolutely love the way that turned out. I'm going to take that idea from her moving forward, and thank you so much, Allie. Really love that idea. This first question is related to food, which is always a great thing. What is your favorite topping on ice cream? So mine is pretty simple. I would like to think it is just chocolate fudge, like melted chocolate fudge. I think it's so good, especially when it hardens on top of ice cream. It is so delicious. Like I've said several times before, I love soft serve, and I just always ask for like vanilla soft serve with like chocolate melted fudge on top. It's amazing. So this actually leads me to the next thing. I was talking to my fiance like about what we're gonna get for dinner tonight, and then I remembered that I was talking to Tay about like how she was getting pizza for her birthday, and girl, you deserved it. I hope it was bomb.com. And also, I know Diana, she's like the best person in the entire world. She she was telling me that she ordered pizza last night, and I was like, gosh, this is a really great thing to talk about. So I'm just curious, comment below, what is your favorite kind of pizza? I love a margarita pizza, like obsessed with it. And my fiance and I love to add like chicken on it, like grilled chicken, just because it gives us some form of protein. But for the most part, margarita pizza, like hands down, like I can eat that all the time. It is so simple and just so delicious. This next question is, what's your favorite international food? And I know we're still talking about food. Sorry, not sorry. I was talking to my fiance about this, and it's funny because while we were in the Philippines and Japan visiting, we still ate Korean barbecue. And even in the States, like we eat Korean barbecue as much as possible. I think the reason it's probably just better in general in Asia, of course, obviously it makes sense, is just that they just have the abundance of like the ingredients that they would need because it's local, and here you kind of have to import everything. So I don't know. I guess that's what I'd like to think, but listen, if you know how to make Korean food and if you live by me, hit a girl up so we can throw down, because I love Korean barbecue. This next question actually made me laugh because of the answer I'm probably going to have. If you went into a coma and woke up in the year 2120, what would be the first thing you would want to know? So this is going to sound stupid that this is my answer, but honestly, where are my stickers? My fiance is in the background. He goes, is coronavirus still around? This next question is, which do you prefer, popular music or relatively unknown music? Honestly, this is going to sound awful. I don't really listen to music anymore. Like, I listen to podcasts, and this is going to be very embarrassing. But I just still listen to stuff from when I was growing up, like in the 2000s. Like, I don't. Oh my gosh, do you guys remember Frostwire and LimeWire? That was the ish. Like, I know you remember that, like illegally downloading music from YouTube and stuff. You know what happened. But yeah, like I don't know. Like I personally don't like a lot of the new stuff that like is out now. And I think that's kind of like what anybody says like when they're older. I bet you like our parents were like, "Oh, what trash are you listening to?" And it's like the same thing. I can't believe I'm saying all of this right now. But no, I guess in this time, I just don't really have a lot of time to sit down and figure out all the new music and download all of them. I have Apple Music, so I pretty much just like do what's charting now and like the different genres, I'll just let it play if I want to listen to music. And when I work out, I have like a workout playlist that's pretty much like what someone else has created on Apple Music and I have access to, or what Apple Music offers. This next question doesn't really make any sense to me because I don't see how this could be wrong, but it says, what would be the worst buy one get one free sale of all time? Probably if I had to choose, because I don't think any buy one get one free is ever wrong. Like, you know what I mean? The worst though, for my waistline would probably be chocolate. Like, if Nutella was buy one get one free, I would have a whole pantry full of Nutella. Like, that's it. I would be stocked for life. So that would be my answer, I guess. This next question is, have you ever worked retail? So retail comprises of like any kind of merchandise, but I think when I think retail, I immediately think of clothes. No, I've never worked in like clothing stores. I have worked at GNC before, and it's so stressful, like checking every single bottle and item to make sure if it's expired. Like, I think that's so stressful. I could never do it ever again. I've never ever worked in like your traditional retail with like clothes. I don't know how you guys do it if you work retail. Like, you have to have so much patience. I'm that person when I go to a clothing store and when I try on clothes, I will actually put everything back the way I got it. I'll try my best to. I hate being that person that leaves everything in the dressing room. I guess it just goes with the way like my mom raised me and everything, but I'll try my best, especially because I have a tendency to get everything I need or want to try on and then I try it all on, so it's a big mess. And I just feel so bad leaving all of that for someone to clean up after me. Like, I understand it's their job, but it's like, I still just kind of find it rude. Like, I don't know. I don't want to be that person like, oh, look at that girl. She has a massive pile of clothes she left for me. And I'm just like, I feel so awful. So I'll put it back on the hanger, or like I'll bring it back to where I got it and fold it, or just try to make it neat as much as possible. I don't know. I just hate being that person. I think it's kind of like embarrassing, especially when you leave a dressing room. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. And the employee is standing right there. And if she or he can see inside the dressing room and there's like a pile of clothes, like, you're caught. Like, that's it. Like, you should be embarrassed. I don't know. I'm just kidding. That's just been my experience. I personally couldn't do it. I can't. Like, I think it's amazing if you have the patience to work in retail. I think if like I worked with like shoes and purses, that's a little bit different. I think I could handle that more. But if your girl can't even like clean her closet without wanting to like give up and need a break every 10 minutes, I could not work in retail. Like, I just couldn't do it. All right, so the last question I have is, what's one thing you think you should be doing more often? Definitely stretching. So there's a huge misconception. I feel like, especially with me, I always thought that you only had to stretch if you worked out. No, you absolutely should stretch even if you don't do anything, especially because if you have a job where you sit all day, that's even more reason to stretch and try to do some yoga, and just your lower back will thank you. Trust me, I would know. Anyways, that's everything for this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it and all of my crazy mannerisms. I hope you have been enjoying these Q&As. I think they're kind of interesting. My personality comes out. And you guys get to know me, and I think it's kind of cool and awesome. I'm slowly but surely trying to open up to you guys a little bit more, and I think this is a great way to just have a conversation and just for it to be fun. So again, I'm going to be donating my earnings of YouTube this month, so make sure to check out the links below, and thank you so much for supporting my channel. You guys are amazing, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye!